Brothers and sisters of my family, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's 127th birthday wishes to all of you. My topic for today is Growth and Future of Dalits. Where does the growth and future of Dalits lie? Let's examine some of the factors which can lead to it. My first point is defy Brahmanism. Now let's see what makes Brahmanism. The first component of Brahmanism is gods. The first and the most important composition of Brahmanism is God. How was Brahman caste formed? It was created by Brahmins by enclosing themselves from other castes. Other castes enclosed themselves, thereby creating remaining castes by sheer imitation. At the times of the formation of the society, the imitation to some extent is understandable. Over the time, after education, graduation, and awareness, unfortunately, the imitation of Brahmanism by Dalits has increased. I'm not talking about the tiny population which has evolved out of it. I'm talking about millions of Dalits who still follow Hindu gods. For example, they say this: we won't eat non-veg on some days, we won't shave our beard on some days, our God is this and that, unlimited useless knowledge accumulation, following these astrologies, superstitions. We have forgotten that 330 million gods were so helpless that not even one could save us from our sufferings. Why do we then worship these gods at all? Defy these gods. We were saved from sufferings by one God, and he is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. If you have to, then worship him. The second component which makes Brahmanism is the social and religious practices. No Brahmin has invited you and preached the customs, their methodologies, the significance of it. So, whatever social and religious practices you are following is fake Brahmanism. Third one which makes Brahmanism is priests and priestism. Did any priest conduct our social functions when we were in the gutters and dungeons? Why are we using priests now to conduct our social and religious functions? Defy them. Few Dalits have become priests. When no God has any control on the welfare of Dalits, there is no meaning in taking up the occupation of worshipping. Let's be clear that millions of gods, great scriptures, great men have come and gone, but Dalits have not improved. It is only the law which changed lives, and that was done by Dr. Ambedkar. The fourth component is handling and inclusion of Brahmins. Now comes the Brahmin himself. There is a huge gap between the genetically charged Brahmin and the Dalit who is just born. In the office, social, public, and political spaces, it is difficult for a Dalit to compete. The mockery and underestimation from upper castes make it more difficult to reduce the gap. Not only the oppressed India should fight for equality, but the oppressing India should equally be part of it. Brahmin have to be part of the every Dalit's discussion and fight. Then only caste can be eradicated. Otherwise, I keep pushing away caste and he keeps pushing in caste. That's not going to help. That's one thing. The other thing is Dalits should be courageous enough to struggle through shortfalls. Courage that doesn't get bogged down from your shortfalls, from your innocence, from your weaknesses. Strive, and striving harder is what is the need of the hour. The second point where the growth of Dalits lie is the political, religious, and economical empowerment. It is very important for Dalits to be politically economically and religiously empowered. Politically, how? Even today, major politicians are upper caste. Only few Dalits have risen to good political positions. Few are working for Dalit upliftment, but many are not. Like it said, all who go to war do not fight. Only few fight. Conscious entry of political aspirants will help Dalits. Political affiliations are very critical today. Economic, make money in the right way. Money goes a long way in supporting self-respect and power. Religious, every Dalit has to convert to Buddhism or elsewhere or generate his own culture where he can find dignity to live. The third point, which leads us to growth, is unity, connectivity, and support. Unity is the biggest tool for every endeavor, and the fight of Dalits are not exceptional. We need to unite. The biggest strength is generated only when we unite. How can we do this? We need to layer the support system to affect the entire Dalit ecosystem. For example, let's take up the education system. A layer has to work on the primary education, work towards enrolling kids to the school. At 10th grade level, a layer has to work on coaching 10th and 12th grades, and a layer working on colleges and universities to address their issues and to let them know that we are watching over them. This way, we will not lose more Rohits. And most importantly, we need a layer to connect to rural Dalits where still survival is luxury. Every Dalit have to be speakers. Every Dalit have to be writers. Speak to students, speak to urban Dalits, speak to rural Dalits. They face different issues. They can derive a lot of strength from inspiration. There's technology, Skype, WhatsApp, video calls. They should be used to connect to every corner of the country to reach out. Every Dalit's life is a history in the making. They should write about their lives. The real, subtle discrimination, their organizing efforts, fights, everything should be written down. The fourth component, which leads us to the growth, eradication of caste. My creation wasn't my idea. It was a Brahminical idea. Let's stop continuing their idea. We don't want to be called Dalits, and we don't want to be Dalits. There's a difference there. We call ourselves by any name, we are still Dalits. One way to eradicate is we all have to convert to Buddhism or any religion where there is dignity. Then we are no longer Dalits in the true sense. How can this be done? What was the only characteristic of the caste? What protected the creation of caste? It was endogamy. How many more leaders have to die fighting and convincing people for intercaste marriages? I'll never know. Baba Saheb Ambedkar wrote that the real remedy for breaking caste is intermarriage. Nothing else, he said, will serve as the solvent for caste. We speak a lot but do not act. We need to act now. The fifth aspect, which takes us to the growth, is the development of a Dalit culture. I have a dream. I don't go to temples. When I go to Buddha monasteries, I don't find Dr. Ambedkar. Buddhism was revived by Dr. Ambedkar by converting millions of Dalits to Buddhists. It's very important to take Dr. Ambedkar's values and Buddhism together. We need to build liberty halls where Ambedkar's values, objectives, ideologies, progressive thoughts, and dreams are discussed, debated, and taken forward. It will have entry to every human irrespective of his caste, creed, nationality who believes in equality. No restriction on aesthetics, no rituals and worshipping. The purpose is to build the Ambedkar culture in its own unique kind. The sixth point is handling future generation. Why we are unable to handle discrimination in India. and how was it possible for US to handle it? For example, as I already said, it was simply because the oppressing people realized the mistake and fought along with the depressed to bring equality. This history, which made US what it is today, is being taught in the kindergarten levels. The slavery, the civil war, and the equality. Every single oppressed and oppressing life sacrifices are hailed as legends and are taught in the school. And every child, irrespective of their backgrounds, are proud of their history. Do we teach any history of oppressed class and depressed class and how it was handled, our fight? No. Every home teaches their own understanding of history to children. Every caste teaches a different history which hails their own caste. Hence, it is very important for Dalits to educate their children with history which creates their right esteem at home. The confidence has to be built from there. I was talking to my daughter the other day. I asked her, how come even a small job lady talks so loud, clear, and confident in US? She said that in America, no fear whatsoever is instilled in children. We need to take that lesson. The women of India. Dr. Ambedkar empowered Indian women through right to property, order of succession of property, marriage, divorce, guardianship, and other innumerable empowerment to women. But unfortunately, Indian women know about many gods, but not about their real God, Dr. Ambedkar, who blessed them with every power. In a country like America, the voting rights were given over 100 years of fight after the Constitution was framed. But Dr. Ambedkar's magnificent works and sacrifice gave these rights during the frame of Constitution of India. Maybe that is also a reason why women in India do not remember Dr. Ambedkar. Had he had not given them rights in the beginning, if they had fought, they would have understood the value of it. Dalit women. 1/4 of the women population, the Dalit women, fill the level below Dalits. If Dalits are shamed, Dalit women are twice shamed. Name the most primitive, gross, brutal challenges. They all are being faced by Dalit women. The poverty, the vulnerability, rapes, mortality, violence, modern form of slavery, everything. It's heart-rending that every minute at least 4 Dalit women are raped even today. A Dalit woman, on an average, dies 14.6 years younger than a higher caste woman. Large population of our sisters still daily die of poverty, rapes, and murders. The laws are in place. What is missing is the implementation. I say that we unite, support, and fight for the Dalit women more than ever. And to all my Dalit sisters, I say that your strength is more in your mind than in the laws. When you can ward off a tiger with a stick, why not fight the perpetrators? Fight, fight, and fight. And my conclusion is, the day all castes celebrate Dr. Ambedkar's Jayanti, the day the upper castes request matrimony with the Dalit families, the day when Dalit find their way out of Dalitism, then we can rest. It's said that we are Ambedkarites. I say not. Australian Ambedkar's mission said, Ambedkar is in me. I say not. I say, we are all Ambedkars. It's been 52 years Sahib has left. His thoughts after 52 years would have moved ahead. It is our duty to do the thinking for the changing times and situation. As Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, ours is a battle not for wealth, not for power. Ours is a battle for freedom, for reclamation of human personality. And the battle will never stop.